Welcome back, everyone. This is episode 51 of our Pure Logic playthrough of the Artisan of Glimmith. We've completed 432 puzzles. No idea how many more to do. We're way past. I've never seen any of these puzzles. This is purely blind at this point. But we are in the Solitude section, and let's jump into it. Solitude is each of these symbols is in their own region. We have a precision of 5. Each region will be exactly 5, and we have the palisades, which show us where the walls must go. So this just math tells us we have 5 regions, 5 precision. This should be a 25 grid. It is. Now, where I want to start are these corners. And the reason I say that is corners feel like where we're going to have the most pressure. I'm looking at this one in particular, the dead end. Question, can this not connect to the dead end? All right, if it didn't connect to the dead end, it goes around it. Which one of these does it connect to, though? This has to connect to something. So if it came all the way around and connected to here, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. That doesn't work, because this has to be a corner. Now, this actually does work, coming around to that. But this particular corner cannot connect to any of these 3. It has to connect to this one. Now, I don't know if it connects to it like this or like this, but it does connect. And it has to not go, if it connects this way, like it would keep growing. And it wouldn't go down and it keep growing and it would keep growing. And it create a Y. So I'm pretty sure that this is going to be a Y of some kind. Which orientation? I don't know. But I'm going to go on a limb and say it does not go that direction. What about our hallway? If I make a hallway, this has to come down, and that is a problem, because this has to take 2 more. If I don't take this, that's even worse. If I go this direction with the hallway, that fits in just fine. And I could take this, and this guy could take all of these. Yeah, I guess so. And it comes out this way, make an F pentomino. That's doable. What does this guy do then? What's this? No. This, we got a problem with this guy. He's surrounded on 3 sides. Make a P pentomino? Nope. Same problem. Like that? Maybe. That could work. So let's go back to this. The hallway. I think we came up with this is non-starter. This is the wall. This has to take all of this. And nothing can take that. I need more colors, by the way, game. And we can't, nothing can get here. So let's just start with what we know. This is this way. Nope and nope. Where does this get a region from? Here. That is all of that one. This comes here. This can't go that direction. That's here. This is part of a region. This is not a region. This is a wall. It takes everything. Region, that grows. This could be a Z. This does have to take all of that. Who takes here? Not this one. It is a Z. And it's a P. Beautiful. I love the logic. The logic came together. The logic all came together on that one. All right. We got a couple in here. We'll do the 3 first. We have area number. We have Palisade. We have Solitude. Now, 5 and 6, that's going to be 11 out of the 25. So we have 14 that go with Super Mega Palisade. Question, can these be the walls? Answer, absolutely no way, because there is no way this is part of the 6 region or the 5 region, and it would have to be. So, how close can the 6 get to here? 1, 2, 3, 4. It can get to this wall. It could take these 2, we're okay. That could be a wall. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, okay, that feels okay too. Problem. If this comes here and this comes here, what goes in here? 5 and 6 can't fill all of those out. So, the wall cannot be here. Because the 5 gets to here, the 6 gets to here, the Palisade can't get to the other side. So, I think we have to do something like this. Or even better, like, nah, that doesn't work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't get there. This is the best I can do with the 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can do this. I can get to that side. This can get out this way now. But I need the 5 to get back here. It can't. The 5 can't even get to that side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it still orphans all of that off. There's just way too much left over. How do I fill this from here? This has, I guess the question we ask, which region is this a part of? It could be the 5, it could be the 6. However, we can't get anywhere close to making the walls of this work. As soon as the 5 and the 6 have to get close, this has to get here. How? This is the only wall the 5 can get to. It's the only wall the 5 can get to. The 6 can't get to this wall. So the 6 would have to go to this wall. But how do I fill this in? What am I missing here, folks? What am I missing? I can't get there, the 5. Oh. Can the 6 get to both? Not if it's taking this one. But what if it took that one? Now, this becomes super mega. It can't take anything else. And it can take all of that. Beautiful. Once we realize the 5 and the 6 cannot be on both sides, we then have to, how do I have one shape on both sides? Beautiful. It's all about asking the right questions. This is part of a region. This has to be part of a region that goes up. This is not part of a region. We have area numbers. We have palisades. We have solitude. This has to come over. This has to come over. That is a region. This is 4. It's going to be at least there. This will be at least there. This has to come out. That's a wall. I don't know which way it comes. This is a 5. All right, let's do some maths here. These will be 8 out of the 17. So these are going to take quite a bit. So this could come up and take some of this up here. It can't go here. This one would have to come up to take this one. Or the 5 comes into here. It's a W. This takes this one. Okay, here's the problem. What's right here? What's on this one cannot loop around. The 4 still has to grow too, but the 4 can't be here. This one could technically, except for it have to come down and blocks. So the 5 comes here. The 5 comes here. The 5 can still go up. I mean, we could do something like this. No, we can't. The 3 can only take 3. So if the 4 goes here and the 3 went here, this could get up there, but then the 5 can't become a 5. The 3 can't go here. That orphans. I think this is a problem for the 4 to take this one. I think that's a problem. Because then what does this region connect? Which region is this part of? It's not this one. No matter how I do that, I block the 3 off. It's not this one. Because then I can make this a 5, but there's not enough. I'm taking too much. So the 4 can't go up. The 4 could go down. I think that's okay. Until I look at what takes this region or this cell. The 3 can't and the 5 can't. So it can't go down. So the 4, does the 4 just have to do that? I think so. That's 4. Now, what's going to get over here? It's going to be this region. And so it comes up. Let's go to a different color. This has to be the 5, and then that can be the N pentomino. And we have a gold window. Yay! All right. Let's look around. I think we still have a couple more in here. I see the big one. We'll do the big one here. I like to end on the big one in the middle, but we're looking around to see if we missed any in the bushes. Because we know they like to hide them. Looking. Ah, I found you. Ooh, it's a 6 as well. Oh, let's do the 5. Well, let's do the 6. It's hidden down here. We'll do the 6. We have area number, palisades, and solitude. Now, let's start with solitude here. Okay. Now we have 2 palisades that can fill in all of the world, wherever it needs to. So let's see what we can start with. This is a 2. That's filled. That's filled. This 2 cannot go there. That breaks that off, so it goes here. This cannot go there. It could go here. It could go here. But something else, one of the super megas come through here. So I'm going to have the super mega come out. And super mega is going to come out. And by the way, super mega has to go all the way up here. And this can't connect to anything. So super mega has to come here, has to come here. It can't connect to those. It's going to come here and here. I don't know which super mega it connects to. There's 2 super megas, but it does connect to one of them. This could go in. This could go in. I don't know the orientation here. We'll come back to that. This comes up. This does not go here. So somehow one of the super megas is going to get into there. And if it has to get into here... Wait, why did I say it can't go up? That seems like bad logic. I don't know why I said that. It absolutely can go up. But this has to grow. Like, because it's going to have to connect to one of these. And it can't get out that way. So it's going to come at least here. So we can draw some borders that we know for sure. This doesn't have to connect to this one. It can come down and connect to this one. It can also connect to that one. That's perfectly valid as well. Actually, I think it probably does connect to this one because then it can continue on into here. Well, it depends. This is convoluted. How much of super mega do we need down here? Because if this takes this can come down and fill out the rest, and then this one can come out. If this comes down here, this blocks all of this off for both sides. So the question is, can these fill up all of the voids? Like this would have to come down, that comes down, that comes down, that comes down, and this could come down. But then can all these threes, like if I draw this, that's 10, and I only have 3 threes. This can only take 9. And that's assuming all of these take everything. So all that to say is I think this has to go here. And that's done. Not necessarily done, but this might keep, these might. But that's the end of it. This does not go that way. This 3 comes up. Don't know which way it goes. Seems like that should go there, but don't know. All right, I do feel that this is the one that's going to come down here and fill out some of this out here, but I don't know how much it needs to. We know it needs some, though, because at a minimum, it has to come here. At a minimum. So that does come down, that comes down, that comes down. This comes down. This cannot go here because that becomes dead-ended and I can't get super mega down here. Nine. So technically there should be a way to get all of these. Yeah. I do not have to take any more. I may take more, but I don't have to. Let's go out this way. This is second super mega. This still could go up. This, okay, question. Does this super mega have to get onto this side? And I mean, like right here, what region does that connect to? Not here, not here, not here, not here. So this has to be connected to super mega. How does super mega get over here? It can't go around the top. This has to go. So this has to come through here somehow. Now, I don't know if it, but it has to get to this. So this now does come over. And these are going to have to fill in the space. Now, here's the question up here. Does super mega have to get up here? 2, 2, 2. That can connect to the 3. I'm going to make it as tight as I can. This one. All right. This 2 can take this one or this one. It can't take both. Let's assume it takes, it doesn't matter. But can this be a part of this region? No. Can this be a part of this region? No. So super mega is going to have to get up here and take one of these 2. It can't loop around this way. So it's going to have to come up and over and in to get in here. I don't know which one it takes. I don't know how it gets around, but this will come up. This 3 is really constrained now because that's all it can take. This 3 has to take out. This 3 comes this way. Now this has to be part of that 2, which told us that this is the dead end one. That one has to go here. Now I have 2 options, but super mega could take this one, but this 2 needs one. So it comes out, that comes out, and super mega does not need to come anymore. This 3 needs to grow. It grows just like that. This 3 needs to grow. This 3 needs to grow. Super mega can get in there, and there we go. Difficulty 6, complete. All right, let's go to the number 5. This could be the end for our Solitude. If I can't find any more puzzles, we'll do it. Wait, we have area number, Palisade, Polyomino, and Solitude. Lots of shapes. This is 121, 11 by 11, I guess. Let's just start drawing our line, separating. Okay, this is a hallway. Those are 2 hallways. Let's just do that. And we can do that. That's a hallway. Hallway. This is a room. All right. These areas seem to be the most constricted. Plus can always be difficult. The X. Be something like that. All right, here's a question. What region is this a part of? Either that one or the. It could, yeah, it could be this one. It could be that one. But we asked the same question here, same answer. It's not. I guess it could actually be the Y. This one could be part of the Y, but not really, because these 2 here, these are pretty constrained. The plus could take up to 3 of the 6 at most. The Y could take up to 4. But then the X can't take that one. It could do this. The plus is okay. It also could go that way. This doesn't work because it orphans. So does the X have to take this up? If we say the X didn't, these cannot all fit to that. So the X has to come in here. Once it comes in here a little bit, it's forced. This is a different region, It's not going to connect to that one. It could connect to this one. It's not going to connect to the 3. Okay, so this is connecting to the hallway. This does come out, at least to that direction. That's that far. This could keep growing. All right, the Y has to take this at least. This has to be part of the 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4 at a minimum. It could take one more, but that's it. The 3 then would be responsible for these 3, and it would have to do that. And so this one has to take that one. Similarly with the blue, the 2, what takes this cell? Not here. This is on the other side of the wall. So it's either the 7 or the N. If it's the 7, then the 2 could do, I mean, this could take that one. The 2 could do this. I mean, it would have to be like that. We might have to do that. Because the N is a different problem. How do I fill this section up? The W can't take all of that. So maybe this is where I need to look, inside here. If the N does that, the W can take the rest. If the N does that, the W cannot. The W can take those. The N can't take all of that. I think we're forced with the W either takes these 2 or that. The N can't take all of that. I think we need the N to do that, the W to do that, and then the 7 and the 2 have to do as much work as they can. The 2 can't take there, so the 7 does that and that. The 2 takes that, this takes that. That's required. What goes here? This comes up and around. What takes this wall? The 5 has to. Let me not be too hasty. The 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, the 6 could get up there. So let's not judge that yet. I think the U and the L are going to be interesting here. This feels like something like this. But let's not rush that. This can no longer go out that way, so it goes down. The 3 could get at most to here. The F at most to here. So this has to come down at least a little bit. What takes this? The 4 could take it. Could the Z? I can't get the Z here. I just can't. I can't get the Z in here. So this is the 4 in some form or fashion. It could be like that. It could be like this. It could be like that, because that can grow. But it seems like it does put the Z like this. Or like this. But I can't make an F out of that. The best I can do with an F is this. And I can't get in there. So instead, if we do it like this and we do the Z like that, that works. That's force. So the 4 has to get here, has to take as much as it can. This has to get to a region that goes to there. The three still, there's no pressure here. Let's look at these corners that I probably should look at the U and the L here. That's the most logical, but let's look at this version. Nope, that orphans. That orphans. Can't get 5. So I think that's where we're stuck. What takes this? This can't get there. So the 3 has to get there. And these grow. What takes this? It can't be that. It has to be the 5. The 6 is going to be stuck doing something like this. It can't take this one. This needs a region. If we do this, then that dead ends. So I think we do that. And there we go. Beautiful. And right on time. Folks, I'm doing one pass. I'm looking around. I don't see any puzzles hiding from me. I'm looking all the nooks and crannies. I don't see any more. We'll have to catch up. We're moving on to a new region. I don't know what it is. We still have there's stuff down here we have to do, but we will eventually somehow meet up, I guess, again. I don't know how it works, but I'm just continuing on the path this direction. I started on that path. I'm just following it. I don't know if I'm supposed to do it some way different, but the game lets me. I guess it's okay. If you haven't subscribed and hit that like button yet, it's a great time to do so as we sign off. Whatever we do, I hope we see you next time. Take care, everyone.